Hey all, it's Dinosa Jersey Shore Season 3, Episode 7, Let's Be Honest. Wow, it was actually a weird episode here. It was something to perceive. It was like, what the frick? Wow. Words can't describe the episode, that it was just absolutely nuts. Now, the whole episode really starts off with the premise that the crew is actually going to go to the beach. Okay, big deal. They're going to see it's a beach like Seaside. So I figure, hey, it's going to be like Seaside. We're going to have a great time. Italian beach, drinks, everything. Okay. So, they get to the beach. Or actually, no, they're getting packed to go to the beach. And this is, I guess, the Jersey Shore has less, but they're only staying at the beach for 24 hours, the entire crew. One day. The crew, some of them get like 4 or 5 bags together. Some gets 2 fish. And that's something I am jealous about you ladies, is that you really can't put like 6 bikinis in a suitcase, club wear, and everything, because it's so thin that it can stack very nicely and it doesn't take up a lot of space. Guys have a little harder time, where we have jean shorts, we have khakis, all thicker material, and it stacks up, it takes space. Whereas girls, full, done. Little jealous there, but hey, and guys can wear linen too. So it's kind of even, I guess. But so anyway, the whole thing starts off with them going to the beach, which, you know, innocently enough, sounds just great. So they're going to the beach. First they get in the car, they're loading up the cars, they have the things stacked up, and they're driving Fiats, of all things. And this is actually some kind of cool looking cars with the hood in it. It has like a front hood that's really cool. It's actually kind of a cool looking car. I think it actually could sell in America in a way. Interesting enough, the dash reminds me of a Toyota or a Ford. On the I saw it on a Toyota Solar, I think, where the shifter was up on the dash, but a lot of cars are starting to do that. And they're all going to the beach, so they all go. And then the first thing, they all find their hotel room. It's like some penthouse, is loving life. So the guys are like, come on, let's check this place out. Let's go get something to eat. Let's go out. Now, and the girls are saying, let's go out, let's go shopping. But when they go to the beach, they see everything, and the first thing they do is the girls decide to get really, really drunk. Well, the meatballs are back, so to speak. So what happens is the 2 girls, Dina and Nicole, decide to get really smashed. Okay? So they keep drinking and drinking and drinking, and just getting to the point where it's not funny, it's belligerent and not that fun. And Sammy and of all people, Sammy and Jenny are looking at each other like, I don't want to deal with this. This is just crazy. This this is a real contrast to them fighting a year or 2 back when they had all the problems with Ron. So, oh yeah, I'll never be friends with her. I don't trust her. Yet here they are. So, okay, whatever, hypocrite on that. But I guess never say never on that. So, anyway, the girls, Dina and Nicole, are smashed out of their freaking minds. Okay, so they're all going shopping together. They're all still drunk. Guys are kind of still, and they're talking about the thing about Nicole and Gianni in New Jersey. And they say, I don't know, but they're also kind of teasing Ronnie a little bit because he kind of copies everyone. But back to the drunk goes, because really the whole episode was about the girls, and this was a girl power episode. Really, is that they're so drunk they go drunk shopping. They spend gobs of money on just stuff they don't need. And then they find this one particular club where they just start dancing. Now, logically, this makes sense. If a girl is drunk or a guy is drunk, you get them dancing. Usually, within about an hour or 2, they can sober up. They can get the sweat and the heart pumping so much where it creates such adrenaline and it pushes blood through your entire system. And whatever drug you're affecting you will go away because you're putting fresh oxygen, fresh blood, because you're here. So that's usually what happens. In this case, the more they danced, the more they drank, and it got nuts. So what happens is, this whole thing is, at the store, Jenny and Sammy ditch essentially Nicole and Dina. They chased them away. They kept running fast, so Nicole and Dina went to the club. Now they meet up with the guys at the dance club, or like some dance patio. Now here's the interesting thing. The guys were all in different clothes. Now, did they buy clothes? Was there hidden parts of this episode which are maybe for the DVD release? We'll have to wait and see. But they're all dressed nice. Even Pauly D wasn't his typical Jersey Shore. He was dressed nice. So it could have been they could have gone back to the hotel as well and cleaned up and came back here. They find the girls, said they're going to watch the girls. Nicole gets so drunk, she chases up Dina, misses her, goes into the bushes. Dina's laughing at her, they're like, and Nicole's like, ah, you bitch, I couldn't stop. Which was funny. So they go back, and the guys are getting to the point where these girls are so drunk, they're not going to be able to go to their Sunday dinner. And it's not going to work. So they're at the point where this is embarrassing. So they leave them for them defend themselves. Okay, so the guys leave, and I think the guys head off to dinner. The girls, in this case Jenny and Sammy, go back, are getting dressed for dinner. And they're saying, look, those two are crazy. They're going to get abducted. You know, this is not a problem. Which, that was kind of a jacked up thing to say. You would be abducted and you just leave it up there, even if it's Italy. And I agree with Jenny on a statement, but that was just kind of a jacked thing to say on that, because Italy's overall a very safe country. So is a lot of Europe, and then there's parts that are not so safe. Some parts of Belgium come to mind, and that's another thing. But anyway. What happens here is that they go out, they go into Sunday dinner. Dina and Nicole finally get enough where they go to their hotel room to get dressed. They're not at the dinner, so they have dinner already. They're ordering. They had a 6-course meal. They're ready to go. Dina and Nicole finally show up, and they're still drunk. They walk down with cups in their hands with vodka, and they're like, oh, this is going to be a long night, So they go in there, they eat some quick food, and then they go to the club. And the girls are just so drunk. And then they find out they're dancing here, and then they find out Dina is not wearing any underwear at one scene where her thing is reflecting off the glass, which they censored it in Jersey Shore on that. And it was reflecting, and all the other people were on like, oh my, on that. She wasn't there. And Jenny's like, you're not, what are you doing on that? And it was kind of like, well, Jenny was like, hey, you skank, what are you doing? You know, that's something you may save, like, for your boyfriend, like, but you're wearing jean pants or something, you know. Basically, she's like, what are you doing? You're making a fool out of yourself. So, Dina is so drunk out of her mind, she doesn't know what the heck is going on. Nicole's like, let her alone, let her be, and she's drunk on that. Oh, and something else I forgot to mention is when in the taxi ride, when Sammy and Jenny are sitting together, you had Nicole and Dina on the outside, and they were talking, and so drunk still. They're like, blah, 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 blah. And Dina's like, oh. It was hilarious. And all you can see is Jenny and Sammy going, oh my, what do we do? So, anyway, it gets to the point where they're dancing. All of a sudden, here comes a lesbianist. Wow. And they're like, even Sammy's like, Dina, are you a lesbian? Really? This is nuts. That Nicole and Dina go full-on girl kissing and, like, almost devouring their faces. It was like, whoa. And to quote Sammy, it was like I was watching a porn movie for 4 hours with Nicole and Dina just making out. It was insane. And you gotta factor in Dina's not having underwear, Nicole smashed, their thing. In the cab ride back. At this point, Jenny's like, let's go, let's go. The guys are laughing their asses off, but at the same time, they're like, oh man, this scene. So they say, let's go, go. Nicole and Dina in the cab ride holder are still making out, and they're like, oh no, what are we going to do here? So anyway, they get back to the hotel, and they're still kind of making out, but then it gets to the point where they want to go to bed. So Nicole and Dina go to bed. Now, the next morning Ron gets up. I'm going to be like Polly and wake everybody up. He's like, wake up, wake up, wake up. And Ron is kind of biting Polly in there, but it's nice to see Polly's waking up, get a little taste of his own medicine, even though it's more of a Polly thing. So, anyway, the girls, they're still asleep. And they're like, what happened last night? And they're like, I don't know, I don't want to know. So, all the guys, they kind of leave, and the other two girls, they leave. They go out and do some things, get something to eat. They're like mainly talking about Gianni and Nicole, how he's going to so dump her if he finds out if they really did anything here. So they come back to the hotel, and freaking the girls are still asleep. They have to go, and the girls are like just all this. And Polly and Vinny are clowning the hell out of them. They're like, oh, I got this, and you looks like you disagreed with something you ate, and stuff like that. It's just heck of messed up stuff, but it was funny. So then the girls are trying to put together what happened, and then it took Jenny and Sammy to come in and said, you two were straight on wild. And the girls are looking at each other like, did we really do that? Dina's the one kind of perplexed and kind of caught in the middle, but I think that we'll have a whole episode explaining that. So they get back to the hotel. Nicole calls Gianni to explain what happened. Surprisingly, he took it pretty well. Now, I'm shocked nobody made a joke who says, you know why he took it well? Because he wants that threesome or something like that. I'm surprised that joke wasn't made, but oh well. You know, he's like, oh well, it's okay. You didn't know what you were doing, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So as the episode's wrapping up, Nicole, they go to work. Mike actually is working, restocking the fridge, and I think he's trying to cover for the girls and doing a bunch of extra work because they are so messed up, and he's trying to be a team player. The girls are being just regular goofballs. Let's do this, let's do that, blah, blah, blah. They finally leave their job, okay, and they start driving because they're going, I think, to the gym or tan. So you go to the gym. Out of nowhere, Nicole is complaining like driving to Italy is like New York. Well, they keep driving, they keep talking, and eventually they hit, of all things, a police car. Great. And this police car brings out an ambulance to take one of the officers away, and then the whole thing ends with Nicole crying because she's going back into a police car when it was an accident, but it's a little bit of a language barrier. And then the scene shows with like Vinny and Mike running with some papers, probably her driver's license and her passport to who she is on it. And it kind of closed with her in crying tears that she's going back to jail. Now, little side note on that, because I don't got much time about that. In a foreign country such as Italy, Germany, France, England, Scotland, you do have usually an English translator around there that can you hear. And if you're just a fender bender, you're probably okay. You're going to get dinged with a fine. You probably process with paperwork. You do the same thing in, let's say, Mexico, Chile, or any of these other countries, and you were the one driving, you're actually better off ramming the guy and running for it, or running for the U.S. Embassy, because some of these countries are not so friendly. And that's something actually my father told me. If I was ever in Mexico and I ever got in real trouble, get to the embassy, maim, kill, crash, whatever you had to do, get to that embassy. You don't want to disappear in one of these Mexico prisons or one of these other foreign country prisons, Chile, India, whatever. European countries, France, Spain, Italy, England, UK, Germany, you're pretty much okay on that because there's so much tracking involved. But anyway, that was a little tidbit, but this is Dinosa. I'll catch up with next time with the next episode when that comes up. I'll see y'all later. Bye.